Hello, everyone. I'm Frank, and welcome to episode 40 of Learn How to Sudoku, where we take very easy variant Sudoku puzzles and we break them down into detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Forbidden Idol by channel favorite Gerhard 1963. Awesome. He's been always a really cool setter, and he has a lot of really cool puzzles that he makes. And he also supported us really early on in the channel, so we appreciate him a lot, as we do all the setters too. You know, every setter that we do has been relatively, yeah, relatively kind, and generally seems to be good guys. Anyways, on to today's puzzle's rules, which is standard Sudoku rules apply. The digits 1 through 9 appear in every row we'll get there, column, and box. Lucky whispers. Shown as lavender lines, adjacent digits along a lucky whispers line must differ by at least 7. So if you're familiar with German whispers or Dutch whisper lines, this is essentially those on steroids, because adjacent digits along a lucky whisper line must differ by at least 7. So for example, if this were a 1, then the adjacent digit next to it would have to be an 8 or a 9, because they have to differ by at least 7. So that leaves for some very interesting, how do you say it? There's some very interesting restrictions that go along with that. Okay, cages. Digits in cages cannot repeat and must sum to the value shown in the upper left corner of the cage. So basically, these 3 digits must add up to 15. These 2 digits must add up to 12. These 2 digits must add up to 8, etc., etc. And as an example of this, this could actually be something like 3, 6, and 7, because those 3 digits add up to 16. And that's how cages work. And then the final rule in the puzzle is called thermometers. Digits on thermos are strictly increasing from the bulb to the tip. So as an example, it could be something along the lines of 1, 3, 6, 7 or something, because it's always continuously increasing here. Now, say we made this an 8, that doesn't work. Even though it does increase from 1 to 3 to 8, it does not increase from 8 to 7. And along a thermometer, you have to be continuously increasing from the bulb to the tip, at least in this puzzle. There are other different types of thermometers in other puzzles which allow for different variations. But for this puzzle, thermometers, you have to have always continuously increasing from the bulb to the tip. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, so on the lucky whisper lines, you can only have the digits 1, 2, 8, and 9. And 2 and 8 can never be next to 2 unique digits on the lucky whisper lines, right? 2 is only 7 or more away from 9, and 8 is only 7 more away from 1. So all of these have to be specifically 1, 2, 8, or 9, right? So interestingly enough, in box 1, okay, so normal convention for labeling boxes is, this is just a convention, but it's how we essentially communicate easily for us, you know. But normal convention is typical Western reading notation, right? So we number the boxes by left to right and top to bottom. So therefore, this box would be considered box 1. This would be considered box 2. This would be box 3, box 4, box 5, box 6, box 7, box 8, box 9, right? So that's typical referencing of boxes. So in box 1 and in box 9, we have a 1, 2, 8, 9 quadruple. So the rest of the box cannot contain 1, 2, 8, or 9. In addition, these two cells, now I said that you can only have 2 and 8 next to one unique digit on a Lucky Whispers line. Well, this is next to 2, so this can't be 2 or 8. And this is next to 2, so the unique digits on the Lucky Whisper lines, so it can't be 2 or 8. Therefore, we know this is 1 or 9, and this is 1 or 9. So this can't be 1 or 9, because we have a 1, 9, 1, 9 pair in box 1, which eliminates 1 and 9 from the rest of the boxes. So similarly, this cannot be 2, 8. So therefore, these can't be 1, 9, because we have the 1, 9, 1, 9 pair again. And this is because, again, on a Lucky Whisper line, a 2 and an 8 can only be next to one unique digit on the Lucky Whisper lines. But this is next to 2, so it can't be 2 or 8. It has to be 1 or 9. Similarly for this. Now, we know these two add up to 10, and all three of them would have to add up to 15. So what does that make this? This has to be a 5. Similarly, for this, these two add up to 10. These three cells in general must add up to 16. Therefore, this must be a 6. And what we're targeting then, because Lucky Whispers really restricts what can be in each cell, so that's what we're targeting specifically, right? So for this one, this sees 2 different unique digits on a Lucky Whisper lines, so this cannot be a 2 or 8. It has to be 1 or 9. Similarly, this sees 2 unique digits on a Lucky Whisper lines, so this cannot be 1 or 9. Same here. This sees 2 unique digits. Oh, this also sees 2 unique digits on the Lucky Whisper lines, right? It sees these two, which see each other. Therefore, this can't be 2 or 8 also. So this one sees 2, so therefore this can't be 2 or 8. We have a 1, 9, 1, 9 pair in row 7 and in box 8, which eliminates 1s and 9s from the rest of the row and from the rest of the box. So this can't be 1 or 9. This can't be 1 or 9. So this is 2 or 8. 2 or 8, again, has to be next to a 1 or a 9. So this cannot be 2 or 8. So this is 1 or 9. And also, this is next to 2 unique digits on a German Whisper line. I'm sorry, Lucky Whisper line. So let's do the same for this. Now, interestingly enough, this sees 2 unique digits, so this is 1 or 9. This sees 2 unique digits, so this is 1 or 9. So this can't be 1 or 9. This 1, 9, 1, 9 pair sees a different 1, 9 pair. Or sorry. This 1, 9, 1, 9 pair eliminates 1 and 9 from the rest of the row. So this can't be 1 or 9. This is 2 and 8. This sees 2 unique digits on a German Whispered line, so therefore this can't be 2 and 8. Now, the interesting thing here is, okay, well, we have a 2, 8, 2, 8 pair now in column 3, and a 2, 8, 2, 8 pair in column 7, which eliminates 2 and 8 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 2 or 8, it's 1 or 9. This can't be 2 or 8, so this is 1 or 9 there. And what I want to do now is I want to target, essentially, I want to target, how do we say it? Well, we'll always alternate between the 1 and the 2 and the 8 and the 9 on a Lucky Whisper line, right? Because 1 and 2 can only be next to 8 and 9, and 8 and 9 can only be next to 1 and 2 on a Lucky Whisper line. So therefore, if we just start by making this essentially a random set of numbers, a random color, a random set of numbers, so either 1 or 2 or 8 or 9, but we just do it randomly. So we'll do it by coloring. We're going to make it orange. This has to be the other set, right? And we're going to make that pink. So we're going to alternate orange and pink. This has to be orange, therefore these two have to be pink, which makes these two orange, and therefore these have to be pink. Well, now the interesting thing is we have two pinks, so they're from the same set, right? In column 6. Therefore, this can't be the same pink 1-9, right? Because we already have a pink 1-9 in that column. Therefore, this can't be 1 or 9. So say the pink was low. If this were a 1, then this would also have to be a low and could not be a 1. Now, say pinks were high. If the pink was a 9, if this pink was a 9, therefore this would also be a high, but it could not be 9, so it would have to be 8. Therefore, this can never be essentially 1 or 9. It has to be 2 or 8. Well, we know this is a 2 or 8. This can't be 2 or this can't be the same pink 2 or 8. So of them, it must be the orange 2-8, right? Which must be next to a pink, which must be next to an orange, which must be next to a pink. That's next to 2 oranges, which is next to a pink. This is also an orange is next to a pink, which makes this an orange. Now, from the similar logic that we had for the pinks, this cannot be 1 or orange 1 or 9, right? Because if it's the same set as this one, and if this were low again, this would have to be a 1, but that would have to be low, so it cannot be a 1 there, it would have to be a 2. Similarly, if the oranges were high, this would be a 9, which would force this not to be a 9. So this can't be 1 or 9. Oops. Can't be 1 or 9. And we can extend the coloring, right? This can't be the pink 2-8, so this must be the orange 2-8 here, which makes that a pink, this an orange, and this a pink, right? And similarly, this has to be orange because we already have the pink 2-8 here. This must be the orange 2-8. And this must be pink, orange, and this is pink. Well, from the similar logic we had for columns 4 and 6, we can also use on columns 1 and 9, right? We have a pink 2-8 here. So if this pink is low, it would be 2. But what would this pink be? Since it's also low, it couldn't be a 2. It would have to be a 1 there in that situation, which means this can never be 2. And or if the pinks are high, then this is 8. This can't be 8, so this would have to be 1 or 9. And we could have figured that out actually both ways, right? There's also a pink 2-8 in box 7, which eliminates that as a possibility for being a pink 2 or 8. So similarly here, this can't be an orange 2-8 because of all the orange 2-8s we see in the various rows, columns, and boxes. So therefore, this cannot be 2 or 8. Therefore, what do we see here? Where do we start going now? Well, probably the one that limits thing the most is this 12 cage, right? So we're going to target that. This 12 cage can no longer have a 3-9 pair because we already have a 1-9 pair in the box, which eliminates 9 from being in any other cell in the box. So it can't be 3 and 9, and it can't be 5 and 7 because this 5 eliminates 5s from that box. So from this cage. So this cannot be 3-9, and it can't be 5-7. The only other possibility is 4 and 8. Aha. So now we have a 4-8, 4-8 pair in box 3, which eliminates 4 and 8 from the rest of the box. Therefore, this cannot be 8. This must be a 2, which means we now know all the oranges are low. So now we can make it actually blue for low, and pink is no longer pink, but red for high. So now we know all the lows. Let's see, how do we want to tackle this? We want to remove all the 2 and 8 possibilities because all the 1s and 9s are already accounted for. And we can make those all 1. Right? We have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then for the lows, we can make let's make yeah, all the rest of the 1 9s must be 9. Now we go by coloring. Unfortunately, there's no. I wish there was an easier way of doing that, but anyways. Therefore, the red 2 8s have to be 8, and the remaining blue 2 8s have to be 2, right? Okay, so that will simplify things a lot. Let's look at the cages again. This has to be specifically, cannot be 1 7, and it cannot be 2 6, so this must be 3 5 here. This cannot be 1 or 8. Okay, let's look at all the 1s. Where can the 1 be? We have 8 1s, therefore we know where the position of the 9th one has to be, because it's eliminated here, 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 and here. So this has to be the last one. Now for 2 in box 7, we can eliminate 2 here, to eliminate 2 here, and eliminate 2 here. This must be then 2, which makes this 7 to add up to 9. So this cage of 9 can no longer have 1 and 8, and it cannot have 2 and 7, and it can't have the 4, 5 because of that 5 in column 1, so it must be 3 and 6. Now let's tackle the thermometer. What's the minimum this could be? Well, it can't be 1 or 2, so this must be 3. This, this is how I normally approach thermometers. I approached this one earlier with this puzzle specifically, attacking Lucky Whispers, because that's more restrictive. But I do tend to like to say what the thermometers usually can be, because that sometimes, especially if it's decently long, it'll restrict things a lot. But in this case, we were able to find a lot of this puzzle just from the Lucky Whispers. So we were able to restrict things a lot and be able to figure those out. But what I usually like to do on thermometers is go from the bulb, looking at the minimum possible values all the way to the tip, and then looking from the tip, going back down to the bulb, looking at the maximum possible values there. So minimum wise, this can be 3, this can be 4, this can be 5, and this could be 6. Well, this is maximum of a 6 here, because this 10 cage cannot have 1, 2, and 7 anymore, and the maximum value can have in this cage is a 6. And this is the minimum for the thermometer. Therefore, we know exactly what the thermometer has to be. It has to be specifically 6, 5, 4, and 3. Therefore, this is a 3, because this has to be add up to 10, and it can't be 1, 2, 7 again, and it must be 1, 6 with something, and that something must be a 3. So similarly, we'll look at this thermometer, right? This could be 3, 4, 5, and this can no longer be 6 because of that 6, so this could be 7. This can't be 9 as the highest, and it can't be 8 either, so therefore this has to be a 7. This, though, could be 5 or 6, right? Because 6 is still less than 7, and that's still valid. This could be 4 or 5, and this could be 3 or 4. Well, we have an 8 here. That eliminates 8 from that cell, so this must be a 4, which makes that an 8. This 4 means this can't be 4, so therefore this is 5, which forces this to actually be a 6. Now this 6 means this can't be 6, so this is a 3, this is a 6. This 3 means that can't be 3, so that's a 5, which makes that a 3. And let's see. these 3 digits add up to 20. So these 2 digits add up to 13, which is 20 minus 7. So it could be 4, 9, but it can't be 5, 8, and it can't be 6, 7. So this must specifically be 4, 9. This can't be 9 because of this 9, so this must be 4, and this must be 9. Also, we could have figured it out because we have 8 of the 9 set up, so therefore this has to be the last 9. And now the rest is just normal Sudoku. So this has to be a 5 because that's the only digit remaining. These 2 digits must be 4 and 5, but this can't be 4, so this is 5, which makes that a 4. The remaining digit in row 7 is a 7. Remaining 2 digits here are 6 and 7. This can't be a 7 because of this 7, so this must be 6, which makes that 7. The remaining digit in row 3 is a 3, so that's a 3. In addition, we have 2's eliminated here, 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 and here, so this must be a 2. What other 2's do we have? We don't have that many other ones, so that isn't helpful anywhere else. What about 8's? We probably have 8 similarity. Yep, 8's here can't be here, 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 so this must be 8 because of the surrounding 8's in the other boxes. Let's see. Of these digits, we have 3, 4, and 7 as possibilities. This can't be 7, so this is also 3 or 4. And it can't be 4 because of that 4, so this must be 3, which makes this a 4. This is a 7 as the only remaining digit. And we can have, what, 3 and 6 in these 2 cells in column 4. This can't be a 6, though, so this is a 3. This is a 6. The remaining cells in column 5 have to be 3 and 4, but this can't be 3. This must be a 4, which makes that a 3. The remaining cell digit in row 1 has to be a 7. The remaining digit in row 9 has to be a 5. And the remaining digit in row 6 is a 4, which leaves the remaining digit in row 2, which has to be a 7. And then we go here, this must be a 3. The remaining digits here have to be 2, 4, or 7. This can't be a 2, this can't be 4, and this can't be 7. The remaining, this is 6 as a remaining digit. Remaining digits here, okay, well, let's go continue here this way. This remaining digits here have to be 5, 6, and 8. And this can't be 5, this can't be 6, this can't be 8. Remaining digits here are 2, 3, and 5. And this can't be 2 or 3, so therefore we know this is a 5. This can't be 3 or 5, so then we know this is a 2. This can't be, wait, that's not right. Ah, well, that's because I put a 3 in the wrong place. This can't be a 3. I don't know how I got that. Be careful of that sometimes. Okay, it has to be a 6. Anyways. This again is 2, 4, 7. This can't be 7. This can't be 4. This can't be 2. This is 5, 6, and 8. This can't be 6 or 8, so it must be 5. This can't be 5 or 6. This must be 8. This can't be 5 or 8, so this must be 6. So similarly, again, this is a 6, which forces this to be 2, 3, and 5. This can't be 2 or 3, therefore this is a 5. This can't be 3 or 5, so this is a 2, and therefore that is a 3. This 2 means this can't be 2, so this is a 7, which makes that a 4, which makes that a 2. And we fill out with the remaining digits. This is 4, 8, and make sure you don't mess that up like I did earlier. So then this is a 7. And this is cool and good. I hope that makes sense why I was attacking specifically the Lucky Whispers line. Lucky Whispers and those type of restrictions really restricts the puzzles a lot. And allows you to solve things much faster than if you tried attacking different other options, right? So that restriction of lines must differ by at least 7 is really huge. And I also like doing that with German whisper lines because I like being able to essentially assign sets for different colors. But it really restricts it with Lucky Whispers. Dutch Whispers, unfortunately, doesn't follow the same pattern. So therefore, it's not as useful to attack Dutch Whispers in this manner because you don't know if you have specific sets, right? But German Whispers act similarly to these Lucky Whispers. It's just not as restrictive. So sometimes German Whisper... I usually do like starting with German Whisper lines in puzzles also. It's just that in this puzzle, Lucky Whispers restricts things so much that it makes things just much, much easier and much quicker to solve if you're doing that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Learn How to Sudoku. Take care.